Well, howdy, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, I have had my day go so sideways. Let's see if we can get some stuff done here. Okay, and let me get some music going. Let's start with that one. All right. So in the last stream, we implemented some changes to the Dash Wallet implementation. Let me see. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There's that window. There it is. All right. Found the browser window, but not the tab I was looking for. That'll work. All right, let's drag that over here. So we've been working on quite a few things, but specifically this fixed Dash Wallet implementation. And even more specifically around sending the maximum amount between wallets. So we implemented a few, let's see, few updates. It looks like I didn't list the problem I ran into here, but I did make a PR. Let me see if I can find that PR real quick. Not finding. Oh, wait, that's it. All right. I made this PR in the last stream. Whoa, that was fun. So this was my attempt to fix the problem that I ran into. It allows you to override the fee size, which I wanted to set to just maximum, but it sounds like it is supposed to figure out the fee, so it should try several things fee size wise. So Cool AJ86 is actually going to update it and get it so it will work the first time. But in the process of figuring this out, I forgot that we got an error. And the error was not throwing or opening the dialog like it should. So we want to implement that. But I need to find it. We've got main here. Let's see. So it will likely be in the create transaction or around this. So it threw the error here. So we could possibly do a try catch in here and bubble it up. But that's probably not what we want to do. It would likely be better to go to, I think it's called the send, either the send confirm or the send request. Maybe I'll look that up real quick. Let's see. All right. It was around here that we ran into the problem. That's irritating. I don't know what that is. Go away. Go away, you. What the freak? It's very irritating. All right, whatever. All right, so that is in the confirm send, and I click send. That's what happens. There it is. That's why. All right. So it is in the confirm send. That's what I wanted to verify. So send confirm. Okay, what we likely need is that. Okay, so we will also need to pass that in through main, which would probably be that one. Hey, Morning 333. It's going pretty well. How are you? All right, that should give us access to the show error dialog, which means here, let's actually copy what we used here. Show error. We want something like this, but around the send transaction. Okay, so if state tx, and what was the error we got? Cool. That's good. You're learning JavaScript. How far along are you? How long have you been trying to learn it? Hmm. So this was 400, not okay. So we got this syntax error, which, let's see. I think that would be in wallet. All right, so send transaction dash side instant send. So instant send did not handle that correctly. All right, we need to open up the module for dash site and look at instant send. All right, so it does the dash site fetch. If fetch is okay, is not okay. New error JSON stringify body. So that's likely why we got the third error there. So long story, you started a boot camp and got to web APIs, then had to deal with some health stuff and gave up. But you have a month left to learn everything else. What kind of boot camp? Was it just generic web JavaScript stuff, or was it centered around a framework? Full stack JavaScript. A lot of the boot camps tend to be like React or Vue or centered around a front-end framework, or maybe even some other language. That's why I was asking. That's cool if it was actually around more or less vanilla JavaScript. You have to build a project for the boot camp? Or are you still in the boot camp, or is it over? By JSON body. So what I'm kind of thinking here is do body is equal to text body. Then we could check and say if body dot I think it's char at 0. equal to why is that complaining like that? Body caret. Oh, interesting. Readable stream. I don't think that's right. Unless this is returning it. Wait, promise, response. You were present for the classes, just wasn't participating. That's why you're hopeful you can pull it off. Help ChatGPT. Yeah, talking a lot about React, Node.js, object-oriented stuff. Yep, that makes sense. It's 26 days left. So to finish it, do you have to finish a project or something like that? Yeah, I think this saying it's a response is actually wrong. Let's see, it might be defined in here. Dash fetch, there it is. Wait, fetch, returns, promise, response. Maybe it is right. Response is okay. We return that. Otherwise, new HTTP request not okay. Okay, this is the actual error we saw. So error dot response JSON. Okay, so all that stuff we were doing should actually be implemented down there, I think. Let's undo all that. And go down there. Okay, this might fix it. So now body is text. If the char at 0 is a curly brace, we treat it as JSON and we attempt to parse it. Then let's copy this body. So error new HTTP response status not okay. See error response for details. response is body. Okay. So something like this, I think, would fix that error so that it doesn't do that last line of unexpected token and should throw it correctly inside of... actually, before I forget, let me open the real repository, not just the node module version. That is dash site. See. Open folder. Where's it at? Dash site. All right, I think that'll do it. All right, so let's find the dash site fetch inside of here. There it is. And we will copy. Did I copy that to do better error check, or was that? Yeah, I'm gonna drop that actually. Okay, so after here, that's what we want. All right, now at least I've copied that over, but let's verify it works before I make a pull request for that. So let's save that. And send confirm, send transaction. So if this throws an error, this should catch it. We get that. Failed to send transaction. Okay, this should work probably. Let's give it a try, and let me catch up on chats here. Let's see. So just have a total of 18 mini projects and 3 group projects. Done about first 4 to 6 and 2 group projects. We have the 3rd group coming up, but I gotta do 12 more mini projects by then. Just worried that they are going to question why I have 50 things popping up in GitHub over the course of 3 weeks and question its authenticity. I mean, this is, I would say that's less about programming and more about personality. Like, I've always kind of been a last minuter. You might just be a last minuter. Like, it's not always great, but you know, if traditionally when you're working on projects, you know, and I mean beyond programming, like yard work, cleaning up the garage, you know, like stuff like that. If you put off till the last minute and then you have guests coming over, so you finally do it, that might just be more personality than it is like any sign of maybe it's a work ethic thing. I don't know. I'm a last minuter though. Like until the thing is coming up due, I struggle with focusing too much time on it. I'll do like research here and there, but not commit a lot of time onto something until like the due date is coming up. And sometimes I better not, you know, not waiting till like what, like the month before. Like you've got a month, give or take. That should be fine. Depending on the size of the projects, it shouldn't be too bad. I think you can pull it off. Okay, we need to test this, but it's not always easy to reproduce this error. But to start, we need to sign in. Actually, we need 2 wallets going. Let me copy this first. And I think I can close that. All right, so we're gonna add an existing wallet. All right, and call this one Jojo. All right, encrypt that, and we need another wallet, so let's grab this one here, and we're gonna call this one Byte. Add and that. All right. All right, so now we need to pair these two wallets. So I'm going to click New Contact and copy URI, and then paste this URI there, and copy that one and paste it here. And now we've paired these two wallets. And let's see. This is where it might be hard to reproduce. So we need funds that will trigger that. And when I got it to trigger before, I only had 0.001. So I'm going to go ahead and try and send that much to Byte. I'm going to say 0.001 and send. All right. Looks like it worked there. All right, and that should have updated. All right, there it is. So we've got one here, and if we try to send it back, let's do full send. Oh, that worked. This would be an example of me not being able to reproduce the error. I wonder if I can do a smaller amount. This one should be updated. Let's see. Oh, I'm losing amount here. Yeah, I've been laid off before. It totally sucks. Had a bunch of other life stuff happen all around it too, and so I totally get, you know, like mental health stuff and responsibilities can take a while to recover. Yeah, that's where, like, if you're dealing with the right people and you feel like you can confide a little bit, like sometimes that helps, saying like, look, I've been struggling, but I'm doing my best, you know, I'm gonna get this done type of stuff. But sometimes it's wrong to do that. Sometimes you can't trust the people. So you kind of got to feel that out. Is the boot camp like graded, or is it like pass fail? All right, so I'm gonna try to send a smaller amount here. Let's do 0005. All right, so that's half what I sent before. All right, that actually sent and updated already here. That's good. All right, and if we try to send back, let's see if this one will trigger it. Do I actually have this open? Ooh, that was bad. I didn't have DevTools open. All right, now if I do full, let's see if this one will trigger it. There's the DevTools for this one. I'm gonna keep it off screen unless I see something. All right, so full send. Nothing yet, and send. Boom, there we go. Sweet. That's exactly what I was hoping for. And now, at least we got this. So failed to send transaction. Looks like we encountered an error. HTTP request was 400, not okay. See error response for details. So we did get that, and where did it trigger? So send confirm. That's where we wanted it to trigger. Failed to send transaction. Oh, I disabled that. I think we actually want this one so that it doesn't show that report issue button. But let's go into show error dialog. Show error dialog. There it is, message. That's what I want to check. So if message is not a string that contains toString, we do message toString. Message is a string, we grab the first line and use that to open the error. Am I not logging message? I thought I was. Options message. So if type is ding, show error dialog, options message. So that should have had response. However, it doesn't looks like it logged that, but not exactly the response. Is that right? Let's see. So message, options, message. I wonder if this could have messed it up. It shouldn't have. That should be contained inside of that block. Maybe I'll just do all of options here and see. All right, let's refresh and hopefully we'll get the error again. All right, so full there, send. Dang, nabbit! It worked. It's very weird to want the errors. But for some reason that worked. Now I've got to test this again and see if I can catch it. Missing messages here. Give me a second to catch up. Oof. Pregnant wife, get laid off 3 months later. That sucks, man. Injuries. Finally getting them taken care of through health insurance. Oh, yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I feel ya. Yeah, I get that. I mean, I've also, I've said this to plenty of people, but programming is also, I mean, it's like doing math homework. And when it's your job, like, how long could you do math homework for all day, every day? Even if it's your job, like, you can only do like that kind of thinking for so long before you need a break. And like this stuff that I'm working on, like, I can only think about it for so long before I'm like, oh, like, I need to break. Even if I'm still programming, I need to like work on a different problem. So it can be definitely hard to snap out of things when you're stuck working on the same problem. Yeah, I try to, like, you know, if I have a break in what I'm working on and can look at chats, I try to do that. But sometimes I'm like in the middle of trying to finish a thought process. So if I don't respond immediately, I'll get to it. But all right, so we did not get the same error that time. And it means we need to send back and forth again. Let's try that 0.005 again. There we go. Which is your background music? Yeah, I've got my earphones on right now and I'll have music going during the stream, but I notice sometimes, depending on how hard of a problem I'm working on, I won't be able to even listen to any music. Okay, so we need to test sending back again. Let's see if we can get the error again. It's very bizarre to want an error. Seems so counterintuitive. All right, we got it again. This time, we're outputting the object. So we've got message, error. Interesting. So message, stack. All right, so it has that response. Maybe... Let's see. So message. I'm gonna copy this into let output message equal message stack or maybe we actually want the response first. So message response. So if message response exists, we use that. Otherwise, we use stack. Otherwise, we use options. And then in this scenario, rather than showing the HTTP request was 400, not okay, we would actually show the, there we go. We would show the min relay fee not met 191 is less than 192. So we would show that, which is more related. And then if for some reason response is not there, it would fall back to the stack. And if its stack isn't there, we assume message itself is the actual string. So I'm gonna guess that it won't do this again, but who knows? Maybe we will get lucky and bizarrely get the same error again. All right, so full and send and send. Dang, nabbit. Did it again. Just want to be able to repeat the error multiple times. Is that too much to ask for? All right, send and send. Okay. We've got 5 again. All right, so I'm gonna, no, that's the wrong one. No, this is the right one. Okay, I'm actually gonna drag that off screen because it's easier to keep track of that way. All right, and send and send. Dang, nabbit. Maybe if I send less, let's try 0.0004. Okay. And send there, full send. Gosh, this is very frustrating. It's not often you want the error. I did 4. Let's try 3. No, I'm gonna go down to 1. Let's see if 1 works. Send. Okay. And send. Full. There. Send. Send. Dagnavit. All I want is that error. Come on. That was 001. I guess 00. Let's try. I feel like that won't work, but I was not expecting that to work. Let's try it again. Right there and send. There we go. Failed to send transaction. Looks like we encountered an error. I really dislike that. That's irritating me. Let me see here. This is work for the Dash Incubator, which, yeah, I'm pretty far into this, but we've been trying to build our own Dash wallet using tools that have all been built in the Dash Incubator. And there's a command line version of this, roughly. And we've been working on getting this version up to par with what the command line version was doing. And this is all using vanilla JavaScript. Like code. Well, I guess I can't say it's all vanilla JavaScript. It is mostly vanilla JavaScript. There's a little bit here and there where we've had to include some libraries and like npm modules for or we've forked them and have our own versions. But for the most part, it's all in-house code that we've built in JavaScript. So it doesn't have the same NPM black hole problems that a lot of projects will have. All right. Feel like if I don't love it without that, so it's maybe this right there that I'm disliking. Maybe I should just drop that. Maybe that's what. I might try dropping that and see. It looks like we encountered an error. I'm just going to comment it out for now. So close. I'm going to refresh here. And knowing my luck, I won't get the error again, but you know, we'll see. Dang it. Just want the error, man. Just want the error. Don't think I've ever said that before, but right now I just want it to error like I'm expecting it to. Let's try even smaller. I've got to be near the amount that it won't send at, but that sent. I'm shocked it did, but it sent. All right. And we'll see if it will send back. Send and send. Damn it. All right, let's see. So there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. I'm going to try sending that. Let's see if that works. Okay. That time. Have I not refreshed this window? I feel like maybe I haven't refreshed this window. That's going to be annoying if I haven't. Okay, send. Wait, did I send? I thought I sent here. Oh, no, I got the error. That's right. Okay, so I did get the error here. Let's do that again. We want byte. And that was point. Like that. All right. Interesting. Different error that time. Okay, but that's why I was thinking we hadn't refreshed, is the error didn't appear like this. This time, that is not a helpful error. Dust, code negative 26. I'll have to talk to Cool AJ86 about that. Dust, code number 26. Okay, same error. We back it up. Let's do that. Still dust. Okay. And what if we go to 1 here? Dang it. Well, it's sent. Okay. Maybe we can get this one to have the problem again. Send. Full amount, send. And send. Ugh. Ugh. That didn't work either. Okay, got dust again. So it's 4.4 zeros and then 1. Okay. Let's refresh that. Huh, that should have updated. Didn't that send? It sent. That's weird. What's going on here? That one definitely sent. Addresses, are we out of it? Oh my gosh, 380. We shouldn't be out of addresses. Nah, there's no way we're out of addresses. 380. I don't think I've sent back and forth 20 times, so that shouldn't be it. That's odd. Okay. That time, we've at least got that open now. And, still reporting this as 0. That's not right. Shoot. I think I need to log the addresses. That's not the right place. Addresses. Update all funds. Okay, so it gets the keys and update all funds. Gets the keys, but not the values. And I need the values. address with funds. Header's length. That only returns the ones that have a balance. But we need something similar. Total funds. Both of these are iterating over all of them. So I need something like that that will iterate over a bunch of stuff. Get stored items might work. Yeah, that would probably work. So let's see if we have anything doing get stored items. Wallets. Wallets. Accounts. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and copy this. Actually, instead of awaiting it, just so we don't block loading, I'm gonna do then and say, oh, not wallets. We want addresses. So get stored items, addresses, adders is console.log. Say store addresses and adders. Actually, I might wrap this in a block after all. And we'll say let filtered adders equal adders dot filter. Okay, so filter by insight dot balance. Maybe I'll call this adders with balance. Okay, so then we can wrap that like so. And I'm going to change this to all adders. All right. And if we do that and come back to here, is this confirmed yet? It is confirmed. Just in case. Still is reporting no funds, but this time there should be a log of store addresses. Huh, there is not. What? Should be getting called. So this is the main function, I think. It's the bottom of the main function. I suppose I can maybe move it up. Let's move it up to the top. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's a derp on my part. I got an error. That's why it's not working. So this would be object dot values. Uh-oh. That's still a problem. What happened now? Inside balance. So that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Maybe inside balance? Let's try that. There we go. Okay, so now store addresses. Now we've got this. Alright, so adders with balance. Of course it doesn't show the address though. So we've got all addresses here. This is what I really wanted. Wonder if we did entries, and then instead of this, if we did let's see, entries would be v, and this would be v insight. That might work. Okay, there we go. So now we at least get the addresses with each of those, so we know what these pair up with. That said, these ones all have, let's see, insight, balance. All of them are listing a balance. Which I don't think they all have a balance, but they should be getting updated. So if we did that update, so it gives us this data may be stale. And if we refresh that, let's clear and reload. See, it's still reporting them as having a balance, but then it's not showing them. Let's look at the addresses like this. So this is showing it's sent. It should have been updated. It has 6 confirmations. All right, something's haywire here. Why wouldn't it update that? All right, I'm a little bit stumped. one's displaying. If those actually had the values, like it's acting like they do, this wouldn't be displaying 0. And yet, for some reason, it is displaying 0. What the heck could be causing this? My guess is it's related to update all funds. Patch gen accounts, update all funds. Update all funds. So it definitely triggers update all funds in a lot of places. So we get the address keys. If the address key's length is less than or is equal to 0, we just set the funds to 0 and we return. Otherwise, we should get instant balances for address keys. Let's look at that maybe. So get instant balances. Ooh, that's weird. What's going on? Go away. And don't do that. This is very irritating. Get all UTXOs, so it probably does end with UTXO. Headers, payload. Okay. I am wondering if we're requesting too many. But that looks right. It should be empty. Wait, no, it's not. It shouldn't be empty. We should have a value. But it's not returning a value at all. So let's see. So address with balance. Let's see if this works. Something like that. Move the quotes. I mean, all of these should be empty, empty. All right, so I'm going to try to get the string of them like that. Actually, let's clear that. There we go. That might be a little easier to grab from. Yep. So we checked that one. First two. Let's check this one. So most of these should be empty, but one or two of them should not be. Okay, all of the ones with balances are reporting they don't have a balance. But they're not getting updated clearly. So what should happen is balances, so balances, length is greater than 0. We update the funds. So insight res of balances, insight address string, adder keys, index of. Address index is greater than 1. We splice the address index. Okay, so this, if it had a balance, it would remove it from the address keys. And then by the time you get down to here, it should remove everything that doesn't have a balance. So we get here. So anything, any adder in adder keys, insight should actually have a balance of 0. And so we actually just strip it out and reset it. Or that's what should happen. Clearly, that is not what's happening. Can't go wrong doing SEO for people, but it's really difficult. Hey, the Neverworld, how you doing? I've done very little SEO in my career, other than just like general best practices. I've never really done the like the black art style SEO where you're trying to get keywords injected to raise the page rank and all that crap. Let's see. So I want to log in a couple of these and say console.log. And we want remove balance from address. Whoops, missed the underscore. Okay, so we want to log that. Maybe we will also put address right there. And then if we also say update insight balance for address. So address index, address keys. Maybe we'll do that in here too. And let's do address string. All right, let's see if we can get some more data now. See if we can figure out what's going wrong. Oof. Let me redo that. Okay. So insight undefined, which is what we were expecting for the remove stuff. But before the remove, we've got update insight balance for addresses. So all of these should have run. Adder does not have the insight. Let me do one more thing here. So we want adder keys dot length. We'll put one up here too, and we'll say balances dot length. And if we're doing that, balances, address keys, it's going to get logged out later, so I'm not going to include that there. Okay, let's refresh. All right, so remove balance from address. Okay, so we've got balances length, returns 0 balances, so none are removed, and then we go through all the address keys. We get the item. So everything. Did I do that, Cattywampus? Maybe that's why it's not working. It should be insight, actually. That might be why it's going haywire. Okay, let's try this. Ah, see, there we go. So it wasn't grabbing insight because I accidentally added an underscore in front of it. And now, I would assume that none of these should have the insight. So if I refresh again, all of them should have a blank insight. So undefined, undefined, good. So now those should be updated like I was expecting. But I'm also thinking 380 is too many to request. Like balances shouldn't be 0, I don't think. What was that? Store.adders. Yeah, so now adders with balance is empty like it should be. And this one has all the addresses. My instinct right now is telling me that we're requesting too many addresses now. And maybe the API is just failing silently, because I definitely sent a couple transactions to this wallet. For example, that one. So I could maybe, let's see. Oh, that is the one. So that was sent, and I don't think I sent that back because it never showed up. This one also was sent. And I don't think I sent that one back since it never showed up. Ooh, that's not great. I don't like that. It appears that this just flat out dropped. Oh gosh, that's irritating. It paid 1357 in fees rather than just sending the extra to the address. I do not like that. And it's not what it was supposed to do. Actually, because we still have this up, thankfully, I think I should be able to see. Oh. Actually, it did show us that it was doing that, and I wasn't paying attention. It's still irritating, but at least we did catch that in the interface. And yet, that's bad. That shouldn't have happened. We're gonna need to figure that out. Oh my gosh, I can't get past this stupid transaction send stuff. I would assume that in most instances, people would prefer the contact to get the extra amount rather than sending it as a fee. Especially for the way we've designed this wallet. So yeah, I mean, especially when I'm sending between my own wallets, I don't want it to basically go, here network, here's an extra 1100 sats. Like that's like what, 5 or 6 more sends worth of sats at the minimum fee. So that it should have defaulted to, hey, go ahead and send as much as possible to this address and take the fee. Oh my gosh. I need to make a note of where this happened. All right, so at about an hour and 25 minutes in, I'm saying. Oh, it's so irritating. Regardless, there should be funds in this wallet. So let's go ahead and see if we can update this. We've got update all funds. Let's see if header keys dot length is greater than 100. Not slice. What's the function I want? I don't think it's splice. I don't want to remove the items. I just want to get the items. Oh gosh. Not concat either. Concat is the reverse of what I want. DN, let's see. Trace slice. Not right. There is slice, okay. So slice method of array instances returns a shallow copy of a portion of an array. That is what I wanted. Okay. So start to end. So if we did slice, not slice, slice, let's see. So the address key's length, not helpful. $380. Okay, so store length is $380. Right, so we're gonna do if the length is greater than 100, let pages equal, oh, not that. Right, so pages is equal to adder keys dot length for page equal 0, page is equal to 0, well, page is less than pages, page plus plus. All right, and we're gonna do this. So slice will be let's see. Let max keys is equal to 100. I don't know if I like that name, but it's okay-ish for now. So is equal to 100. So slice would be page times max keys until page at current page current start. Well, that, so we start there, and then current start plus max keys. So balances is I'm assuming that's an array of instant balance. It's an array of objects, so balances is equal to an array, and then this would move here. So balances all right, so we extend the current balances and we add the other ones to it with partial adder keys. and zero based index. And let's see. So negative index counts. If end is less than negative array length, 0 is used. If end is greater than or equal to, or end is omitted, array length is used, causing all elements. Okay, that's actually fine. So I don't need to do much more for that. I was afraid I was going to have to, not afraid, but I didn't really want to have to calculate more, but it looks like that should just go to the length of the array. So that's good. So now it should request that. It should loop over each of them, treat them like pages, and then combine. If we do this, I might do more of that. Okay. That might work. Let's give this a shot. I'm going to clear that. Which window is this attached to? Alright, I'm gonna assume that this is this one. Yep, okay. So, refresh. Still no dice. Odd. So balances dot length is still 0. Ooh, this is like, this is janky. What's going on here? Let's see. Paid all funds. It's still less than 0. But if we go into network, yeah, we have several requests now, each with different addresses. What's going on here? We should at least be able to find the address, so we're looking for that address, XG30A. Didn't even list that one. Interesting. I suppose it's possible we got outside of it and we still have some more work to be done for the batches. That should have found them if they're in there. Like, if we search this, yeah, those addresses should have been in there, but clearly they're not showing up. we go into here, this would be the first account index. That one. So contacts, outgoing, oh, okay, so we are on address index 25 there. I wasn't expecting that. But if that's the case, and we are not on address index beyond 20 here for receive, which would show up, I think, in here actually. So we're on 19. Interesting. So that should have bumped over, but because we sent funds back and forth, it actually didn't bump up. That's irritating. I'm gonna assume it's this one. So batch gen accounts, then accounts, wallet. Why do we do it like that? Accounts is empty. And accounts, account index number 1. Batch gen account adders. Wallet. Ooh, that's weird. Okay, so that should have added a bunch more addresses. Yep. Let's undo that. I don't want that happening every time. But now, if we go into... hey, look at that. Alright, so that was our problem. We're still missing somewhere that we need to batch generate, but we do have those funds now. Oh, that's irritating. Didn't remove them, that's good. So many. So it's possible that maybe we want to change how we're requesting the balances. Because right now it clearly only returns items that have a balance, but it would be good to know if they were ever used. I'm not sure how to do that off the top of my head right now. For example, though, we've got this address. It currently has no balance. However, it's clearly been used multiple times. So if we knew that it was used more than just beyond just it having a balance, we could then update our indexes better. Oh, I didn't even think about this. The other way I could have bumped that without resorting to that is probably generating a new address. So I could have gone in here and selected the contact and then generated an address a couple times to bump it. I forgot about that. All right. We need to go back into update all funds. Comment some of these things out. Let's look this up real quick. So nope. That's not what I want. Could be docs somewhere. That's how you get there. I know there's docs. I've read them before, so where are they? There they are. Okay, so address. This is what I was looking for. So adder. We were doing get instant balances. All UTXOs. So bulk UTXO is what we're requesting for the balances. Is that what's happening? So that's why we're requesting the unspent, but maybe if we were requesting all of it. Let me see if I just, actually I'm going to copy and comment that one out. All right, let's see if that works like I'm hoping it will. Might not. Oh, I was actually thinking it might go boom. All right, why'd it go boom? Post not found adders. Go boom. Let's see. So that one says post. Let's just find post. UTXO has a post. Adders transactions. You can post to adders transactions. So maybe that would do it. Let's see. Slash TXs. Send as a post, that makes sense. Index. All right, let's try again. Okay, that's different. So we've got from 14 total items, 0 to 10. Lock hash. All right, well, that's a little more detailed. And we might need to adjust dash site to get these anyways if we're not already doing transactions. Yes, we have get TXs. Get TXs address. So that gets a specific address transaction. So we could do that. We probably need a bulk version of the transactions as well. Yeah, just like these get all UTXO ones. Hmm. Okay, so one of the, I suppose I could show this. one of the upcoming tasks that we need to get to. Not really there yet, but we do need to get to it. So we've got that right here, transactions view. So transactions view, we will actually need to show the transactions. And if that's the case, we will likely need that functionality. So getting the bulk addresses and just listing all of them. Let's get some of this committed. Let me check what's open right now. Just this one branch. We're on dashwallet implementation. This is for showing the error dialog. This one is for updating all the funds and requesting smaller amounts. I'm not sure I want to commit all of this right now. A lot of that was for debugging. Okay, so let me add that. And what's in here? Show error dialog options. Output message, that's right. Get stored items. That we don't need. That is just for figuring out what's going wrong. So I'm going to I'm going to cut that for now. So show error dialog on and EX failure. Okay. And all funds. Actually, undo that now, just to keep tabs on it. Okay, so I want to go into here. being lazy. All right, so with that, I paste and delete, save. Now if I compare it, it's getting the one line that's actually needed to fix it. Plus, I also wanted to test if it really was that bulk issue. We now have over 500. So I want to see if it really needs to be split up or not. So now let's see here. Brush. Front row. I don't think that should be a zero balance. Oh wait, that might be because I'm a derp and I changed that. Dash site. Okay, so if we switch back to this, go back here, refresh. There we go. All right. So fix UI, fix a bug, update all funds not appearing like balances. Okay, so now that I've done that, if I go back to here, I can undo that. Okay. All of that was so that I could get these two, and instead of committing them, just in case I need to reference them again, I can stash and say, store address. Okay, so get stash store address logging and paginate update all funds. All right, so now I've got those stashed. I can access them relatively easily. Go ahead and push that. Okay. And we know with 519, it still returned balances. So it wasn't the issue I thought at all, which is good. We know it will get to 500. I don't know if there's like a limit I should be doing though. It clearly handles over 500, but yeah. You're back. Do you know of any websites that have like daily challenges or anything like that to help learn JavaScript? I use Code Academy a little, but looking for others to try out. I've heard of stuff over the years. I don't use any myself. Code Academy does sound familiar. I swear there's one like Code Dojo or Code Jitsu or something like that. I tend to do better with having a goal in mind, something that I actually want to build, and just researching that, you know, doing everything I can to figure that out. Coding Dojo might be that. That might be right. Let me check one of the Discord channels. I think someone's mentioned something like that before. Not in there, apparently. Yeah, I'm not seeing it in the channel that I thought it was in. Yeah, not finding it. Sorry. Tamagotchi is. It sounds familiar. My mind is going to that little like electronic gadget where you feed a pet type of thing. Is that right? Or is that something else? I'm like, is that Tamagotchi or is it Yamagochi or something like that? Oh yeah, I did get it right. Yeah, I had a Tamagotchi. I just couldn't remember the name. Yeah, I had one of those. It was super annoying. I loved it. And then I hated it. And then I loved it. And then I hated it. I loved it because it was popular. I don't know if I ever actually fully enjoyed it. But everyone had them, and so I had to have one. I think the worst was taking it to school and getting it confiscated because it would beep or something and you had to feed it or something like that. Your kids have something similar and thought it would be fun to make something personal for them to help me learn, then they would enjoy it too. Yeah, it was pre-cell phone days. Like, you wouldn't get in trouble for texting, you'd get in trouble for feeding your Tamagotchi in class. I remember that. Pogs. Do you remember Pogs? And Slammers? Those were the good old days. I wonder if some of those kids I knew who collected them still have them and if they're worth anything. Oh, I got a few years on you. I'm closer to 40 now. But yes, I remember Pogs and Tamagotchi. I remember watching Pokemon and Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon. I didn't like Pokemon as much as I liked Sailor Moon back in the olden days. And Dragon Ball Z. Although I tried to rewatch Dragon Ball Z a couple years ago, and I don't have the patience for it anymore. The 30 seconds of breathing between fight scenes and crap drives me insane. I can't stand like a 15-minute episode that has 5 minutes of breathing between fight scenes. Didn't bug me when I was a kid. Because of that live action One Piece, I had never watched any of the One Piece stuff, but I finally watched the anime for One Piece. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is reminding me of Dragon Ball Z. I don't want the breathing from the fight scenes to take up time, or they just, you know, like loop the breathing animation for 30 seconds to a minute just to fill episode time. Like, there needs to be a supercut where people just cut all of that stuff out and it's just maximum action, and then it would be much more enjoyable. Adders with funds. Okay, so I've got those things stashed. We've got that updated, but we do have a problem with the batch address generation. We're missing an area. The show Invincible. I think I did. Does it have one of oh, that red-haired dude who... Is he red-haired? I think he was red-haired. He might just have gray hair now, but I think it had the voice of... He was in like insurance commercials. I've seen him in lots of stuff, but that's what I remember him from. I don't think it was Geico. I think he was like in Allstate commercials or something like that. And he was like the voice of the main guy, if I remember correctly. Although I haven't watched that in a while. I think I watched it when it came out, but I've only watched it part or the first season, and I haven't watched it in several years. I don't remember all that much about it. Who's the guy? If it's the guy I'm thinking of, Simmons, that's his name. This guy, J.K. Simmons, is who I was thinking of. Yeah, I am remembering the series. Yeah, J.K. Simmons. I'm usually good with actors' names, but like, he's also an older actor, so he... Like, I recognize him, but he's not within the range that I normally recognize or remember their names. All right, so we need to make sure that when, yeah, it's probably going to happen in here. When we detect funds incoming. So in init dash socket, it wouldn't be in sent. So something comes in. We do. So this should have accounted for it, actually. We've got batch gen, account adders. So this does happen. So get item address, found address in store. Result is all happening in this Vault filter. Okay, so we are triggering some batch thing, but this clearly didn't. It didn't bump the numbers like it should have. Batch gen account adders. So why didn't that bump? Temp account, X key, ID. You get the usage for the usage index. And store an adder. So we find the address. This should have bumped it. And batch gen account adders. Nope, not that. Okay, so batch gen account adders should run. It should have triggered. So maybe it's not counting from the right place. Let's see in here. Batch gen account adders, wallet and account, usage index, and batch size. So it should grab the usage index, which if it's greater than or equal to 0, we set it there. Get filtered store length. Okay, if account address is length is 0, then we run batch address generate. So batch size, bat size is address usage index plus batch size, which is 20. So really, when it got to 19, it should have done 19 plus 20. So it should have gotten all the way to 39 and batch generated that. But for some reason, even though it incremented the usage index, which is essentially the address index for that usage place, it didn't actually Oh man, this is annoying. Why, oh why? Hmm. I suppose that because it's in this loop, it's possible that it's not in the vouts. And if it isn't in the vout, so data vout here, maybe that is never called, so this is never run. That's possible. Where's that end? There. So if result length is greater than 0, where do we get result from? Ah, it's the filter on vout. So this checks v vout. Right. So maybe it would be better to filter new transaction. Yes. Yeah, it might be better to move this down underneath. So if the result length is greater than 0, loop over it again. Use TX updates. Updates. Where's that defined? All the way up there. Transaction updates. Keys. Oh, right there. So if app state sent transactions TX ID, we say TX updates. Yeah, so it might be better to just loop over result and then trigger this afterwards rather than doing it in the filter. But even switching that, this should work. I don't know why that wouldn't work. Stored address inside updated at. We get the X key ID. Batch generate. Stored address usage index. That's important. Oh, all right. I'm running out of steam. I might wrap up here. I don't want to spin my wheels too long, so we did at least get one of the main things that I wanted working was the error handling. Hey, we got the error. Sweet. Interesting. Okay, so we got that showing up. That's good. And this time it actually must have used 2 inputs. Payload preview. Okay, so it is on send. Min relay fee not met 338 is less than 339. All right. So we got that in there. It's so weird that that keeps failing, but sometimes it doesn't. All right, in any case, that was the main thing I wanted to get fixed in this stream. Well, sorry, not fixed. Displaying the error, that is the fix I'm talking about, because clearly it's not fixed, but it is showing the error, which is a big thing if you're thinking you're sending funds to someone else and it just closes and you have no idea. Now at least you should have some idea of what's going on. If I close out of that, let's see. I wonder why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. If I refresh and half there. Huh. I don't know. It's weird. Okay. We've got that in there, though. That's good. We also got the balance updating correctly. It could actually be that maybe because that wasn't updating correctly. Maybe that's what caused the batch generate not to increase correctly. I don't think they're connected, but they do update the same values or similar values at the very least. All right, so I am going to wrap up though. Let me go here and thanks to everyone who joined in and chatted. I much appreciate that. And please consider liking, subscribing, sharing, following, commenting, all that good stuff. Much appreciated and helps me out. And I will catch you all next time. Later.